we were with the ESTAS back, I think, in sort of 2017, 2018, and we were a relatively small firm back then. So we went on to the ESTAS for, at that point, it was just the award ceremony piece. So like, actually, this is great. For us, what we really loved about the ESTAS, and we still love about the ESTAS, it's the only award ceremony in our industry that is based solely on client reviews. A lot of the other industry awards that we go to, they're not based on that. It's a panel of judges that decide, often industry judges that decide who wins these awards, and it's often the same firms. So what initially attracted us to the ESTAS was the fact that we were gaining recognition based on the work that we were actually doing from real clients. There was no way that could be skewed. It was what it was, and we win off the back of the work that we did. So that was what initially attracted us to the ESTAS. We then had a brief period between, I think it was a couple of years we were with the ESTAS. We won a couple of awards. That was great. And then we went, because obviously there was no review platform at that time. So we then went over to Trustpilot, and we went to Trustpilot purely because a lot of people, obviously, when you're looking for advice on whether to use someone or not, Trustpilot generally is obviously the household name that you go to. So we went on to Trustpilot for a couple of years. We then, I think, Ben got back in touch with Jamie and said, actually, we've had a revamp, we've got a whole platform now. That then attracted us back, because obviously it was never the fact that we didn't love the ESTAS and what it was about. It was just for us, we needed these reviews to obviously be able to market ourselves in our socials, emails and stuff like that. So we then came back to the ESTAS in 2021 with the review platform. And for us, it was a win-win, because not only were we able to gain our reviews on an online platform and share them through Google and stuff like that, we could also then, we got entered into the award. So it was a double win for us in that way. Because I think whenever, we all know, you go onto Google and you search for a company or website, that is one of the first things that comes up, isn't it? You see the company name and underneath you see their Google reviews. And I think in the day and age that we're in now, people trust the internet by way of reviews a lot. So if you've got a bad review, I've done it myself, you look on there and you're like, oh, I'm not going to use them, I'm not going to buy that product because the reviews are low. So I think, again, Google is a very trusted source that people rely on to help them make their decision on whether they should or shouldn't use somebody for a service. I think what's really nice for the team is we split it up. So we've obviously got our brokers, then we've got case managers. And I speak about the case managers specifically because I think they run that case from the client, from application all the way to completion. And I feel for them, that is a real, getting that recognition for the work they've done for that client and getting mentioned personally by name in that review. Obviously, that goes company wide. So obviously, their line managers know they're doing a great job, but maybe myself, Jamie, we're not involved every day knowing the ins and outs of their cases, but we see all the reviews. So for us, knowing that client's taken that time to write a review because that person done such a good job, it makes a big difference. And I think it drives them forward to continue with the level of customer service that they provide quite a lot. I think we've seen over 1,000 in the last couple of years, which is great because obviously it incentivizes the case managers, the brokers. It's great for us as a business by way of marketing to be able to, even the way that we can pull the reviews off the system, they look really nice. We can stick them straight on the socials, and it's real stories from real people. So for us, that is invaluable. I think you can't. Mortgages as a whole are extremely stressful from start to finish, and a lot of people, if you speak to, have bad experiences when getting their mortgage. And I think for us, as I say, the fact somebody's taken the time out of their day with whatever they've got going on to say, do you know what, those guys were memorable and they were good enough that they deserve me to take the time to put into writing how I felt about the way my transaction was handled, is amazing. Like for us, that's how the business was always founded. It was always client centric, but to receive those reviews sort of every day coming through is a nice reminder, certainly for me and Jamie, that we're on the right trajectory, we're doing the right things, and consequently the reviews are following based on the service that's being provided. So it's great. For us, there's a few loads of positives, but a couple that I'll mention. I think obviously the cost is a big thing. A lot of review platforms generally, the cost can, they increase depending on what package you get, premium, whatever. But even to be able to, on some platforms, be able to put the reviews to your website or have them feeding through or be able to create them into a nice post for socials, you've then got to upgrade your package. So then you're looking at, depending on how many reviews you're getting, it can get really expensive. So that's the first huge positive, that we're sort of small to medium business, like we haven't got hundreds of thousands of pounds to invest into review platforms, so that's great. And I think for us as well, I talk again about the case managers because they're the ones literally on the ground doing this work. I think for us, the fact that they work really hard all year, obviously they're incentivized to get these reviews, but they work really hard and their levels are super high to get these reviews in the first place. But then to be able to go to an award ceremony in October, like they don't go out to loads of award ceremonies throughout the year because they're obviously on the shop floor keeping the cases going, so it's important they're in the office. But it's nice that, you know, once a year they get to have they come out of the whole day, we shut the office, they get to really enjoy, because it's their work really that's got us to that place. So it's nice, not only do they get the recognition from the reviews initially through the platform, they then get to go and enjoy that wonderful afternoon for the awards. And I think you find with the ESTAS, because it is just that one price that you pay a flat fee every single month, but you get sort of the top tier package for the same price. So there's no incremental increases. You pay what you pay, but for that you get everything that the ESTAS has to offer. And I think that in itself is unbelievable. A business is nothing without the people. And I think for us, the reviews that we get from the ESTAS are recognition for the people that deserve to be recognised for the fact they turn up every day and they do everything to the best of their ability every single day. And I think that in itself is so vital, because those people deserve recognition. I mean, for us, it forms part of our, you know, one-to-ones. Like we're really keen to drive these reviews forward as much as we possibly can, because that also, as cliche as it sounds, can shape somebody's career. You know, if they've got the confidence that they know that they're doing such a good job that people are going out of their way to talk about it, that then fuels them with the confidence to go, no, I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to try and do this, and I'm going to try and do that, and I'm going to try and push forward. So I think it's just that consistent reminder for us, you know, as business owners, and also for the guys that come into the office and do the best of their ability at their job every single day, that they're on the right path and they just need to keep going, and we're on to a good thing. Because sometimes you forget, as you say, you're always forward motion, but you never really look back to go, okay, but are we still doing the things that we had, the visions we had for the business back when it started? Are we still living by those principles? And I think the S is a really nice reminder that we are. I think it's a no-brainer. Like there's no reason to not do it, because I'm sure all these, if they're on the fence, they've obviously got good client traction, they're obviously doing a good job. So why would you not want to put that on a pedestal and go, this is what we do and this is who we are, from real people that you've actually been able to help? I think there is no better recommendation. Like we get a lot of client recommendations based on the service that we give, but for people that maybe don't come through that route, they can go onto Google, they can see our Google reviews, they can see our ESTAS on our website, and they're from real people. So, you know, it's I can sit here and say, yeah, it's great, use us, we're brilliant, but I'm not impartial. Whereas somebody that's actually had that experience, so if they're giving their clients a good experience and they know they're giving their clients a good experience, it's a no-brainer for me personally. I think for us, we've worked really hard, certainly with our sort of SEO on the website in the last few years, and I think the ESTAS has really helped us to channel that through, as you say, because as our Google reviews are increasing, and it's so easy for clients to leave an ESTAS review that feeds through to Google. It's not like they've got to go to loads of work to do it all, and obviously they're incentivized to do so. So that's great in itself, because people are like, okay, I'm gonna do that because that, you know, will benefit me. But I think the fact that our Google reviews are continuously rising, as you say, it pushes us further up the search bar. So if people are Googling, you know, mortgage brokers within our local area, we're coming up, you know, as high as we possibly can, as you say, but we're not paying the amount of money that we'd have to if we were using AdWords to get up there. It's happening organically, which is great. But I guess that's utopia, isn't it? To be able to get to the top of Google without having to spend too much money on it.